So in the last class we are discussing about the lookup, right? Lookup is nothing but there are two functions are there. If you want to get the column from another data set, then there are two functions are there, right? What are those functions? One is related, another one is lookup value. Okay, so one is related, another one is lookup value. Okay, in related, if you want to apply a related means we need must and should relationship is required. That is the first point. Relationship is required. Another one is relationship is required. Another one is there is a cardinality option is there. That cardinality. See this about the cardinality you will understand when we are discussing about the model. You will understand clearly what is cardinality. Okay, the cardinality is either 1 to many or many to 1 or 1 to 1. Okay, if these three only it is supported. That means if you want, if the related function want to works means then there are two rules will be there. Okay, that means the relationship must and should required between the data set. Okay, okay, you if you want to get the column from another data set, right? From which data set you are getting a column and to which data set that column is added, in between those data set the relationship is required. Okay, that is the first point. Next one is cardinality. Cardinality means there are four types of cardinalities are there. When we are in the model, when we are providing a relationship, there are four types of cardinalities are there. In that, in all the four cardinalities, if it is one to many or star means it is many. Okay, one to many. Okay, many to one or one to one. If the relationship is there in these three cardinalities, then only related function will work. That means fourth cardinality is also there, many to many. If it is many to many is there, then related function it won't work. Understand? So next one in lookup also doing the same thing. If you want to get the column from another data set, you have to use a function called lookup value. But in lookup, what is the relationship is not required. Relationship is not required. Lookup value relationship is not required. Okay, without relationship also we can get the column. If the relationship is not there, no need of requiring cardinality, right? That's the reason. Understand? Let's see with example. Okay, suppose if it is a related function is not applied. Okay, let's see. Suppose, for example, in the model, first you need to go to the model. See here in the model. So when you go with the different columns, like see here.
Vijay, ఒక quick query అడగచ్చా?
Yeah, you can ask me. Yeah.
ఇప్పుడు ఈ ఈ రిలేషన్షిప్స్ అనేవి టేబుల్ టు టేబుల్ చేశారా? అంటే ఈ టేబుల్స్ చూస్ చేసి ఫీల్డ్స్లో ఉన్న టేబుల్స్ యూజ్ చేసి ఈ రిలేషన్షిప్స్ అనేవి మీరు చేశారా?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So no, you will understand how the relationship provide while we are discussing about the model. You will clearly understand. You need to provide a proper relationship between the data sets in real time. You have to provide a proper relationship between the data set. Okay.
Okay.
So see here, there are n number of columns are there. In all the columns, see here. Suppose for example, this is the one. Okay, this is the column. So in dim location is the table, and dim location city is another table itself. Okay. If the related function works means what are the rules will be there? Relationship is required. See the relationship is there or not in between these data sets.
Yes.
Yes, relationship is there. Next one is cardinality. Cardinality means one to many, many to one, and one to one. See the what is the cardinality here?
Many to one.
Many to one relationship is there. Then also it is fine. Now, which column we need to get it? That is the point.
Okay.
That means, suppose for example, there is a state column. Okay. Okay, something I need to get from this
Vijay,
data set to this data set. Then
Vijay,
see.
can we get the location key using the other table?
Yeah.
Dim location యూస్ చేసి dim location లో లొకేషన్ కీ అనేది మనం తీసుకురావచ్చా?
What tell me?
ఇప్పుడు డిమ్ లొకేషన్ సిటీ అనే టేబుల్ ని యూస్ చేసి డిమ్ లొకేషన్ లో ఉన్న లొకేషన్ కీ తీసుకురాగలమా?
Yeah.
డిమ్ లొకేషన్ సిటీలోకి.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Select this one, dim location, and here you need to create a new column. What column? Actually, you cannot get it because see here in the direction itself, how the direction will be there. See here.
Many to one.
Direction is there. No. This is the direction. Okay. The center part is the direction. That means dim location city to all the direction will be there from dim location city to dim location. That's the reason dim location city, any column you can get it to dim location table only. Understand?
Okay.
Suppose for example, okay. Suppose anything, okay. Suppose for example, in place of dim, see in the dim location, I'm taking a column like related, and here related of, see here dim location city column, any column you can take it, dim location city table related columns you can take it and put it in the dim location table. Understand what I'm saying here, Swagat?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay, that means see, so while at the time of related function, when we are implementing a related function, first you need to check the relationship is there, and after that you need to check the cardinality, and after that you need to check the direction also. Okay, how the direction will be there? That means the direction will be there from dim location city to dim location. Okay, that means in the dim location table only we can get all the dim location city columns. But can we create it? Can we create a dim location city In the dim location city table, can we get the column from dim location? Is it possible? Let's see. Yes, that is also possible. Let's see. See here what you need to do is, here you need to change the direction to both. What is single and what is both, that later you will understand all these things. If you change it to both directions, then in the dim location city itself, you can create a column. See, I'm creating a new column in the dim location key column. I need to get it. I think we cannot do the operation in both directions also, we cannot do it, because wherever the many to many relation, many to one is there, in many table only, only we can create a related function. Understand, Swagat? Is it clear?
అంటే విజయ్ ఇప్పుడు డిమ్ లొకేషన్ లో మనం డిమ్ లొకేషన్ సిటీ నుంచి ఏ కాలం అయినా తీసుకురాగలం అంతేనా?
Yeah, that's it.
నాట్ ద ఇప్పుడు రివర్స్ లో అవ్వదు.
అవును.
ఓకే.
నెక్స్ట్ వన్ ఈస్ లుక్ అప్.
ఓన్లీ మెనీ టు వన్ కార్డినాలిటీ ఉన్నప్పుడే అవ్వదా?
In which table having many related? Okay, so here this table having a many, right?
Yes.
This table having one, right? In the, yes, wherever the many data set is there, in that data set only we can add the columns.
Okay.
Understand clearly?
Okay, got it.
Next one is lookup value. Okay, lookup value is also getting a column from another data set. Okay, lookup value also getting a column from another data set. Okay, but here the problem it is, see here, suppose, see here, in lookup value relationship is not required. See, whether the relationship is there or not doesn't matter. Okay, in lookup value, suppose if there is no relationship also we can get the column. Suppose if the relationship is there also we can get the column in lookup. That is the advantage. Understand clearly? So that means, suppose for example, here in location, in lookup value you can get the column from any data set. Okay, there is no restriction will be there in between the data set, but in related there is a restriction, but in lookup value there is no restriction are available. You can get any column from any data set. Understand, Swagat?
Yes, Vijay.
Okay, so here you are asking, so see here you are asking a location key from dim location, right? That's what I am creating here itself.
Yes, Vijay, yes.
Yeah, see, in the dim location city table, I want to get the location key column. Okay, so whatever column you want to get it, okay, that column first you have to write it.
Okay,
understand or not? What column you wanted, that column first you have to mention it.
Okay.
After that, in between the data set, okay, in between the data set, okay, while we in the model, while we are providing a relationship with common columns, we are providing a relationship. Suppose when you mouse over it, there is a city key and city key is the common column. Okay, based on that we are providing a relationship or not. Okay, in merge queries what we will do, why if you want to get the column, common columns are required or not?
Yes, Vijay. Based on the common column, we'll be identifying.
Yeah, based on the common column only we can get the columns, right? So here also in lookup value, whatever column you want, that column first you have to write it. After that, in between in between both the tables, what is the common column? Those you need to write it here. Understand clearly? That means in dim location, what is the common column here?
City key.
City. In dim location, city key is the common column, comma. In another data set, what is the common column? City key. In dim location city, city key. Understand clearly or not?
Yes.
Okay, no. Table must multiple values are supplied. There is single value is expected. Okay. No, actually there is a problem with the location key. Actually, multiple values will be there. Okay. If it is a multiple values, we cannot get the multiple values to the other data set, right? Must and should have the distinct values. Okay. So that's the reason the problem will be happen here itself. But in real time scenarios, this won't throw any error message. Okay. But here the dim location and dim location city having the duplicate values are there. Duplicate values cannot be passed. Suppose the same function, if I want to apply it in the dim location city. Okay, dim location. Okay, if I want to apply the dim location, what column you want to get it? State. From the dim location city, suppose I want to get the state column. Okay, so that column you have to mention it here. Okay, from dim location city, you need to get the state column, and in between that once again.
విజయ్ ఇప్పుడు లుకప్ వాల్యూ అనేది వి లుకప్ లాగా అంటే
yes.
ఓకే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫర్ సపోజ్ ఒక కాలమ్‌లో డూప్లికేట్ వాల్యూస్ ఉన్నా కూడా ఇది తీసుకుంటుంది కదా? లేదా తీసుకో
అంటే see how it will work. 1 second. I need to charge.
Sure.
So in this, what will happen here? It is see the lookup value will works here itself. Okay, that means see related means relationship is required, but lookup relationship is not required. And whatever column you want to get it, from which data set you want to get the column, that's the column name first you have to write it. And after that, so what is the common column between the data set? Those common columns you have to mention it here. Dim location city key is the common column. In the dim location table, city key is the common column. So that means there is a problem here itself. In the lookup value, so what, in which table you are getting this common column? Okay, that table related first common column you had. That means in which table you are getting this column. Okay, that table related common column first you have to write it here itself. Okay, so in lookup value, whatever column you want to get it, that column name first you have to write it. After that, you have to give the common columns between the data set. Okay, what is the common column? City key and city key. So here you have a doubt here. Vijay, can't we give this city key first after the dim location city key related thing? No, don't give like that. Okay, because see, in which data set you are getting this column, that data set related common column first you have to write it, and after that other data set related common column you have to write it. Understand clearly? Swagat.
Yes, Vijay.
Okay, this is about lookup value, very important. Okay, so related or lookup value, most of the times we need to use lookup value only. Sometimes we need to use related function like that. Understand clearly, Swagat?
ఇప్పుడు ఎస్ విజయ్, ఇప్పుడు ఈ రెండిటికి మేజర్ డిఫరెన్సెస్ ఏంటి? ఇప్పుడు లుకప్ కూడా సేమ్ వాల్యూ ఇస్తున్నప్పుడు, రిలేటెడ్ కూడా సేమ్ వాల్యూ ఇస్తున్నప్పుడు.
So see here, then I will show.
Okay.
If I delete the relationship,
okay,
related function will throw us an error. See, related function throws an error.
Acha, okay.
Related function must and should relationship, but relationship is must and should required between the data set. But in lookup value, see, there is no error here. If you drop it down or descending order or something like that, see, the values will be there for this one. Understand? See, lookup value function will work, but related function won't work because there is no relationship between the data set. Okay. Understand clearly now?
Got it. Now I got the difference.
Okay, next one is, what is the next functions we need to discuss it? Relationship functions are also done. Okay, in this relationship function, related function we discuss it, and lookup value also. Lookup value function also there in another category. So because both are similar, right, that's the reason I'm explaining here itself. Okay, next one is related table. Related table also we can get the table level also. Suppose for example here in related table, Okay, in related or lookup value, we can get only one column, right? We can get only one column from another data set. If you want to get the table means related table, you have to use it. Understand clearly or not? Okay, see here. So here what you need to do is whatever table you want to get it, this the related table it will be get it. Okay, based on here some calculations will happen, but related table is nothing but if you want to get the table, complete table data, then we have to use a function called related table. Understand? Next one is user relationship. Okay.
విజయ్, జస్ట్ క్విక్ క్వెరీ. ఇప్పుడు ఈ కంప్లీట్ టేబుల్ అనేది మనకు కావాల్సిన కాలంలో వస్తుందా లేకపోతే ఎలా?
No. In a new table, you need to create it.
అచ్చా.
That means in new table, there is a new table option is there or not?
Yes.
You have new table. With the new table only we can apply it, not in the existing data set.
అచ్చా, okay. Got it.
Understand? Next one is user relationship. Okay, don't worry about the user relationship. This function I'm discussing while at the time of discussing about the modeling part. Understand clearly? At that time we need to discuss about the related. Okay,
ఇప్పుడు రిలేటెడ్ టేబుల్లో ఏమైనా చేంజెస్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, మెయిన్ టేబుల్లో ఈ రిలేటెడ్ టేబుల్లో కూడా చేంజెస్ అవుతాయా?
the unrelated changes, yes, it will be reflected, right? See, so whatever column is there in another data set, that column it is getting here itself. In that column, if there is any changes in that particular data set, means that automatically it will reflect it here also.
Okay, got it.
Next one is next category. So here in other functions, this is the category we are discussing. Okay, only the blank function it is important. In relationship function, related and user relationship function is also very important, but user relationship function at the time of discussing about okay model, then we can discuss it. Next one is statistical functions. Next one is statistical functions. In this statistical functions, we have beta, sine, cosine, like that it will be there. So in that few of the functions only important, those only we need to discuss it here. Okay. In this rank x is the important function. Only the function that is important here itself. Rank x is nothing but if you want to generate a sequential values, then we have to use a function called rank. Okay, so if you want to generate a sequential values in transform data, what option we have to use it? Swagat.
Yes, Vijay.
So in transform data, okay, if you want to generate a sequential values, what option we have to use it? Ravi, you?
Yeah, Vijay.
If you want to generate a sequential alias, what option we use it in transform data? Okay, we discussed about the option called index column, right? I think you guys will completely forget about the transform data. I don't know how the things are going on. Okay, but be practiced well. Okay, otherwise it's very difficult for you only. Okay, so in transform data you have to use an option called index column. Index column will generate a sequential values, right? So here also in DAX functions, if you want to generate a sequential values, then we have to use a function called rankx. Okay, so let's see with example. So suppose for example, with the less table records. So see here in this, based on the date column, I want to generate a sequential values. Okay, then we have to use a function called rankx. Let's see. In rankx, what we need to write it is, first to write the table name. What is the table name? This one, this table name, what is that one? Date table. Okay, date table is the table. Okay, and after that, on which column basis you want to generate a sequential values, that column name you have to write it here. Okay, what is that column name? Date table, date column. Okay, date table, date column. Understand? So on which column basis you want to generate a sequential values, that column name you have to write it. After that, no need to give any value. Okay, just keep it aside. And so in the date column, whether on which order basis you want to generate a sequential values, ascending order or descending order. Suppose I'm giving descending. Okay, then you have to select DESA. After selecting DESA, what will happen? There are two functions are available here, dense and skip value. Okay, dense is nothing but, okay, dense and skip value. Okay, dense, what is dense means? So it will generate a proper sequential values. Okay, but skip will skip the ranking function. Suppose for example, let's see with examples. See here, I have like 25 and 34, 36, sorry, 47, again 47, 59, 59, 59, 62, 62, 62. Like this it will be there. Suppose I have a value, this is the ID, this is an ID column. For this, for this, how many options are there? Two options are there. One is dense, another one is skip. What is that? Another one is skip. Okay, suppose for example skip. Okay, if it is a dense, then it will generate a sequential values. Okay, suppose for example, okay, if it is a dense, how the ranking will be generated? Let's see. Dense means how the ranking will, suppose in ascending order basis I want to generate it. Okay, on ascending order. So if you want descending order, descending also. So whatever is required, you can. Suppose I want to generate a sequential values on descending order basis. Then for 62, what value, what ranking it is? The ranking will be start from 1. Okay, that means see here 1 is there. The same value, for the same value, what we need to give in the school days, the ranks are generated, right? So if you are getting, if two persons are getting the same marks, means both are getting the same ranks or not, like this here also. Okay, so here also 1. Okay, because 1. Next, what is the second highest value? This is the one. So for this, it will be generated 2, like this. Here it is 3, 3, here it is 4, here it is 5. You understand or not? That means dense will generate a proper ranking function for each and every value. Okay, if it is a unique values, then sequentially it will generate it. But sometimes duplicate values are also there, right? For the duplicate values, for all the duplicate values, it will give the same ranking. It will give the same ranking for that one. Understand or not? See, any value it is skipped from dense? No, dense won't skip any value, but skip function. Okay, skip. But skip option will must and should it will skip the values. Let's see how it will look. Okay, if I want to generate the rank based on descending order basis, okay, then what is the rank here? 1. Okay, and this is also 1 and this is also 1. Okay, for the next ranking, what will happen in skip is, see, for this by default, Power BI will generate for all the value, for all the sequential values, it will be generated for all the values. That means whether it is repeated, whether it is a duplicate record or a different record, doesn't matter. It will generate for all the values for one record. See here, 3, 4, next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Okay, now so for this particular one, okay, if it is the same value for the same rank, for skip also same ranking is generated. Okay, but when it comes to the next value, okay, actually here 2 is over for this particular row and 3 is over. When it comes to this 59, it won't show 2 value, it will show 4 value. It will show 4 value because for these two values, okay, that means for these 62 values in backend it will give the rankings. Okay, that's the reason for 59 it is showing 4, not the 2 value. Okay, so here also the same value is repeating, right? That means what value is repeating? 4. Here for this also 2 is generated, 4 is generated. For this also 4 is generated because the same values are there, right? That's the reason whatever the rank is there here, the same rank will be repeated for other values also because the same values is there. When it comes to the 47, it is showing what value? It won't show the 5 and 5 value. It will show the value as 7 because for these two values, okay, because for these two values, it will backend it is generated as 5 and 6. Okay, when it comes to the 47, it is showing so it is showing the ranking as 7 itself. Here also the same value, right? That's the reason 7. Okay, when it comes to here, what value it is generated? Swagat.
Yes, Vijay.
When it comes to here for 36, what value is generated in the skip?
9.
Yes. Here 25.
25. It's same 10.
Yeah, 10. Understand clearly or not? See, if it is, see, this is what in skip, see here, it will skip the values. That means it will skip the ranking in skip. Dense, it is not like that. It will generate a proper ranking for each and every value. Understand? So in real time also, most of the times we need to use dense function only, dense option only, not the skip. Understand clearly here? Okay, so like this it will be generated. Okay, the same thing here. Suppose after first you need to give an order for that one, whether it is ascending order or descending order. Okay, after that which one, dense or skip, always you have to give dense only, because the skip will skip the rankings, right? That's the reason always you need to give in real time, always you need to give dense only. So if it is dense, for what value it is getting 1, for what value it is 2? Swagat.
Yes, Vijay.
So for this particular one, how the ranking is generated?
1 and 2.
Okay, 1 and 2 only. For which value is 1? For which value is 2?
The second one, 1st September would be. Oh, okay. The first 25th September 2021 would be 1, and the next one would be 2.
Not like that. That's the reason you need to observe clearly. Here it is taking as a descending order. That means in this particular table, in this particular date column, on descending order basis, I need to generate a rank.
Oh, then 1st September would be 1 and 25th September would be 2.
Yeah. See here. Is it clear or not?
Yes.
Suppose if you give ASC, then
it gets reversed.
Like this. Understand clearly? This is about the ranking function. Okay. So next one is, this is about the in the statistical, that is the only the function that we need to discuss it. Okay. So in important category also, that is the one we are discussing. See, only this only I mention it. Only this rank X is enough. Okay. Next one is table manipulation functions. Okay, in table manipulation functions, okay, all these table manipulation functions are created in the new table option, because all these are new data set creations. Okay, so all these table manipulation functions, always you have to use an option called new table in Power BI. Okay, in the new table only you can create it. Okay, suppose for example, okay, go to the table tools. In that, click on new table. When you click on new table, okay, what is the first function? Add columns. Okay, what is add columns will do? Add columns. Add columns is nothing but to the existing table. To the existing table, if you want to add a new column to that particular table, then we have to use a function called add column. Add column means for the existing table, whatever columns are there, for all along with those columns, new column also you can create it. Understand? Suppose for example, date table is there. Okay, for the date table data set, I want to add few other columns also. Okay, in add columns, what is the table name? Date table. Okay, in the date table, okay, the date table, what are all the columns are there? All the columns it will comes here. Along with the columns, whatever new column is created, that new column is also there for that. Okay. Suppose PQR something. The column name is, first you have to write the column name, and after that giving a value. Any value you can give it. Then see what will happen in the date table. See here in the date table, what are all the columns are there? Date and rank X columns are there. Those columns are here. It will comes along with that. A new column is created here. Understand? Add columns means we need to take the existing table. In the existing table, what are all the columns are there? That all the columns it will comes along with the columns. If you want to create any column in that column will be added here itself. Understand clearly or not? Okay, this is how it is. it will comes. Understand? Then you have one doubt will be there. Vijay, can't we create add columns in the existing table itself? That means in the date table itself, can we do the same operation? No, we cannot do it. Okay, so that means we need to take this particular date table into new data set. In that, along with all the columns in the date table, whatever column, new columns you want to create it, you can create it. All the columns are all new columns are also added in the into that particular date table. Understand clearly, Swagat? Is it clear or not?
Just clear, Vijay.
Okay, this is how the add columns will be there. Okay, so remaining functions that we can discuss it in the tomorrow's class. Okay, tomorrow we can discuss it remaining functions, and we'll try to complete the remaining functions in the date table time and table manipulation function. Once it is done, then we need to discuss about the information functions. That is very important. Okay. Any doubts in this one?